Well, hello there. I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here. This video is the first of its kind on my channel, and it took a long time to create. I will be analyzing characters from Clair Obscur Expedition 33 in this video, so there will be heavy spoilers. If you do not want to be spoiled, please come back after you played the game to your satisfaction. Okay, au revoir. Wait, did I say that right?
Get ready. You're old. How did you survive the Gommage?
Come closer, Sandfall Interactive. That's right, just a little closer. Quit playing in my face! How's he an old man? We just saw that anybody over 33 got Thanos snapped. I saw it with my own eyes, game. And just who does this fossil think he is anyway? The disrespect of these boomers these days. You really gonna come out here with that suit on and not say a word? Okay, I will have my answers. Well, clearly our expedition commander was thinking the same thing.
Which expedition are you from? Fall back! Stop! Come on, we need to go! He's not following. Lieutenant, what the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Okay, so he's a murderous villain then. That's not fair. I got a dull sword and a gun with one bullet and he has a lightsaber cane. Is he the true boss of Clair Obscur Expedition 33? This guy doesn't even give us a name before firing Expedition 33 on their day off. Seriously, who does this guy think he is, huh? We just had the best motivational speech of 2025 and you gonna do this to us? Well, excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need a full explanation, like right now. Raise your hand if you thought the same thing while playing. Okay, don't actually raise your hands, I can't see you, that's silly. Well, if you thought Renoir was a villain, you're not alone. But he's much more than that, isn't he? A grieving father struggling in vain to keep his family together. A man forced to constantly be a villain because life keeps forcing cruel choices. A devoted husband who knows he is nothing more than an emotional crutch for a godlike being drowning in grief. A man who knows full well that he isn't even a real man, just a copy of his wife's real husband, infused with all the pain and spite she holds towards him for not being there when it really mattered. Talk about a deep game. Renoir is a complicated antagonist and a very complex character. It's easy to hate his guts and easy to want to destroy him since the first act in the game. Not only does he decimate most of Expedition 33 in seconds, but for the past 67 years, he has been responsible for the deaths of numerous members of other expeditions. But worst of all, he is responsible for this.
She doesn't seem that far now, does she?
Yeah. Wanna throw one more rock?
The others are waiting, but...
You might reach her.
Okay. Ooh, what about that one?
Does it really matter?
Well, you know, like I always say, it's not about the rock. It's more about...
Gustav.
Run.
Run. Please run.
Why? Why are you doing this? For those who come after. Right?
You promised!
Excuse me, sir. Robert Pattinson with Charlie Cox's voice did not deserve this treatment from you. I want a refund. I want it. This mystery man is later revealed to be Renoir, the patriarch of the Dessendre family. He is husband to Aline Dessendre and father to Clair, Verso, and Alicia Dessendre. But I don't mean this Aline Dessendre, I mean this one. Oh, and he's also the father of this Clair Dessendre, not this one. And he's the father of this Verso Dessendre, not this one. And he's also the father of this Alicia Dessendre, not this one. Kinda confusing, huh? Yeah, I know. Don't blame me. Blame her. It's all her fault. Or was it all really her fault? Or is it both of their faults? Okay, video's over. Guess you just have to play the game and find out yourself. Bye now.
That's all, folks.
Alright, I'm just playing. I'll tell you. Kinda. So allow me to be your history teacher for a few minutes. You see, this Renoir was created from the memories of this Renoir's wife, Aline. He is supposed to be an ideal version of this Renoir, but they have very different motives and are basically two different versions of the same person. Aline full on intended to replace the real Renoir, as well as the rest of her real family with her own ideal versions of them. Now if you're confused and think that sounds like some crazy magical cloning BS, you're on the right track, but not quite there yet. You see, the real Renoir is a godlike being called a painter, and Aline is a painter too, or paintress. Like the real Renoir, Aline is a godlike being and is more powerful and more skilled than Renoir at painting. It is even said in game that she is the reason Renoir is so good at painting to begin with. And actually, the entire Dessendre family are godlike beings with this painting power as well. Why do I say this? Because they literally had the power to create entire worlds within a painting and can create and destroy life at will in these worlds. Or canvases, as the young folks say. You remember this guy here? Yeah, Gustave? As real as can be, right? He's clearly a human, right? Yeah, he's human alright, but he and every other human you see in this world, well almost, are Aline's creations. And you guessed it, this entire world is a friggin' painting.
Damn! I'm sorry.
So, Aline is a paintress, and our main op is the paintress. Maybe they are one and the same? Wink wink. And no human still living knows the truth of this, and they are all trying to kill the paintress, their creator, because this happens every year.
I'm here.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up. So now that we're all caught up, You might have remembered that Renoir gave most of Expedition 33 a haircut below the chin and also killed Gustave. Well, why did he do it? What were his motivations? Is he just evil? Surely he's just evil. I mean, only evil villains with no soul who are all black kill Robert Pattinson lookalikes, right? Turns out, life keeps forcing cruel choices. Renoir's driving motivation is to preserve his family. That means his goal is also to protect his wife, the Paintress. The driving motivation of Expeditioners is to kill the Paintress and stop the Gamage from happening ever again. And he can't have anybody harming his wife. No, he can't. Renoir wasn't always a man forced to kill relatively innocent people to preserve his own family, though. You see, Renoir has been around for well over 100 years. Due to the Paintress, he's actually immortal. And this goes for the rest of his painted family too, that being Clair, Verso, and Alicia. Renoir actually led the very first expedition, alongside Verso, Julie, this piece of shit, and the rest of the first expeditioners 67 years before the events of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. That may be quite the shocking contradiction to those keenly following what I'm saying so far. Isn't the main goal of an expedition to kill the Paintress? Wouldn't that mean both Renoir and Verso went on an expedition with the goal to kill the Paintress? Well, not exactly. Expedition Zero's goal wasn't to kill the Paintress, but to find survivors and loved ones and to reconnect with the continent after the fracture occurred. What is the fracture? More on that later. They only happened to find the Paintress too, or search and rescue might have just been the reason Renoir and Verso gave to the rest of Expedition Zero to justify the trip when they really wanted to go find Aline. The events in the game led me to believe the Paintress they found was not actually Aline, but her Axon here. And yes, I know this is not specifically referred to as an Axon in the game, but think about it for a second. Who do you think Renoir learned to create Axons from, She is the one who taught him how to paint in the first place, according to her. And this Paintress Axon absolutely bodies Renoir's own Axon, Seren, later in the final boss fight, proving it is just as, if not more than powerful than Renoir's Axons. Renoir created Seren, the Hauler, Visages, and the Reacher to mirror how he sees each of his family members. So why wouldn't Aline create her very own Axon to mirror how she really feels? Broken, slowly falling apart, lonely, and without a heart. Man, it's way too easy to go on tangents in this game. Anyway, after the finding of the Paintress, Expedition Zero was set upon by Clair Dessendre. Not this one, the real Clair Dessendre, who entered the canvas to assist the real Renoir with removing Aline from this canvas world. Clair told Painted Renoir and Painted Verso the truth about this world. The truth about them being painted copies of the Dessendre family, and the truth about Aline. Then she tried convincing Expedition Zero to leave. When they refused to leave, a fight broke out, with Clair eventually fleeing. The battle was over, but the war had only just begun. Now there's way more to this story. You have no idea. But let's keep the focus on Renoir today. And to truly understand Renoir, we must dive into his relationship with Verso. This painted version of Verso was much different than the rest of Renoir's painted family. After the skirmish with Clair, the damage had already been done. Verso now knew the truth of his existence. The truth of how he was created from his mother's memory to be an emotional crutch for her grief. You see, sometime after the real Verso Dessendre died, Aline entered the canvas to escape the grief of losing Verso in a tragic house fire at the Dessendre mansion. Aline blames her daughter Alicia for Verso's death, because Verso sacrificed himself to save Alicia from that fire. This house fire was actually caused due to Alicia's naivety in trusting and attempting to get close to the writers, who are basically the biggest op for the painters. Aline made the conscious decision to escape her grief by entering and remaining in the canvas forever. She became the Paintress, created painted versions of her real family, Renoir, Clair, Verso, and Alicia. Aline, in her grief and her anger, would create painted Renoir to take the place of her husband, and also made him inherit the pain she felt for losing Verso. Now keep that in the back of your mind as we move on. She would also create a softer, unflattering version of Clair, which I'm sure the real Clair was very fond of.
She's trying to find a way.
She's made them immortal, but luckily, they're also quite useless.
Aline would also create painted Verso with all the memories of her real son, all except the truth of him perishing in the fire and a lie that only Alicia was burned. And she would also create a painted version of Alicia with all of her malice and vindictiveness toward the real Alicia on full display. She would make painted Alicia's face burn like her real daughter's face, and would even make her an other to be shunned and hidden from the world with her grayscale, non-human skin. Aline knew full well she would eventually wither and die by remaining in the canvas, but chose to forsake the real Renoir, Clair, and Alicia, who were all grieving the loss of Verso in the real world in their own way. The real Renoir entered the canvas a while later after realizing Aline intended to stay in the canvas forever, and he tried to convince her to leave. After Aline refused to leave, they got into a fight. This fight would be so cataclysmic, so horrible, that the entire world would literally fracture, causing untold destruction and death. Aline's painted city of Lumiere and most of the humans she created will be tossed into the sea and separated from the main continent. Aline and Renoir will remain in the canvas, trapped in a stalemate for 67 years, with Aline trapped at the top of the monolith and Renoir trapped below it. And here we are, all caught up to Expedition Zero in its search and rescue mission. After the skirmish with Clair, Renoir would never be the same again. His new goal would eventually become the preservation of the lives of his painted family, no matter the cost. This also meant preserving the canvas itself by preventing the paintress from being killed. You heard that right. Renoir's unintentionally saving the canvas too. More on that later. Over time, this would eventually drive a deep, unmendable rift between Renoir and Verso. The in-game story would have you believe this rift grew to the death of so many expeditions Verso has seen over the past 100 years, with Renoir being okay with it while Verso was not. But I don't believe that for one bit, and neither should you. Verso, the person initially telling us all this information, is a fat, dirty liar. He who guards the truth with lies, right? I'm sure nothing bad happened to Verso after people became suspicious of him, right? Right?
Julie, search and rescue. I know what I saw. He died. Fucking died. That attack destroyed half his torso. There's no walking away from that. But when I found him, he was unconscious but whole. His uniform was destroyed, yes, but his chest was merely bruised. He says the blast just missed him and it was chaotic during battle, so I probably misunderstood what I saw. Bullshit! Absolute bloody bullshit! He and his father keep saying the paintress is the solution, not the problem. But I don't buy it anymore. I think they're lying about what happened to Expedition Zero. Somehow, everyone else died, but they walked out without a scratch. It hurts to think he'd betray us. But nobody ever expects to be betrayed. His mistake, though. He's thinking his charm is sufficient to sell his lies. We'll take him tomorrow night. Claude, Louise, and Dion are no fools. They saw what I saw. We will get answers. And if he is a traitor, then he will share the fate of traitors.
I don't have the right to miss you, but I do. I wish I could talk to you. Tell you. Fuck. I don't know what I would tell you. Just ask that you forgive me. Julie, forgive me. I'm not a traitor. I'm not. I'm trying to save us all. But you're right. I am a coward. I'm a fucking coward. You deserved to know why, but I couldn't. I couldn't face you properly. Not, and still do, what had to be done. Papa believes you're Clair's creation, and even if you're not, we can no longer trust you. But I think you just wanted answers. Why couldn't you just let it go? Why did you convince them to abduct me, interrogate me? No. Fuck, I shouldn't say that. You thought I was a traitor. You were doing what you thought was right, just like we are. I swear to you, I'm doing what's right. I should have known when you started questioning things that you wouldn't be fooled. But how could I even explain? You'd have thought I'd gone mad. Doppelgangers. Canvas worlds. Man. But Papa's right. We can't take the risk. Too much is at stake. It had to be done. It had to. Clair already took our sister. If we want to save our family, our world, our people, we can't take any chances. And once we free Mama, she'll bring you back. It won't be forever. I promise. I promise. We deserve to live. All of us. We deserve to exist.
Though Painted Renoir and his very real counterpart share the same name, they couldn't be more different from one another in the way that they go about achieving their goals. Painted Renoir wishes to preserve the lives of his family and is willing to sacrifice the lives of all inhabitants in the canvas to achieve that goal. The pain and lean feels from losing Verso is also felt by Painted Renoir, which he finally admits to Verso before begrudgingly fighting him for the last time inside of the monolith. Verso's death was arguably the strongest catalyst of Vilainy's descent into grief and dependency on escaping inside of the canvas. If this feeling of grief from losing Verso is so strong in Eileen to cause her to forsake her own family, just imagine how strong this feeling is inside of Painted Renoir as well. With that knowledge in mind, it's plain to see that Renoir's willingness to murder expeditioners over and over again so Eileen could preserve the canvas and the lives of his painted family, especially Verso, is a necessary evil to him. Even at the cost of convincing Verso to kill the woman that he loved because she became suspicious, saw something she wasn't supposed to see, asked too many questions, kidnapped Verso, and jeopardized the existence of their family. The drive to preserve his family is as strong of a need to Painted Renoir as the real Renoir's need to fix the growing rift in his own family. They are both more than willing to do horrible things to achieve their goals, including exerting control over their family by force and by violence. Both Renoirs are even willing to fight their own children to force them into submission to do what they feel is best for their family. While Painted Renoir's true goal is preservation of life by death and destruction of most of the expeditioners, the real Renoir's goal is to destroy the canvas, and by extension the destruction of all life in the canvas, to save his wife from herself and then later Alicia as well. But that's a story for another day. This video is already long enough. The real Renoir and Painted Renoir are actually at odds with each other. Painted Renoir, as strange and contradictory as this sounds, is on the side of life in the canvas. Painted Renoir kills expeditioners to return their chroma, their life force, to Aline so that she can continue preserving the canvas and human life in it, including the lives of his family. Chroma is essence. It is raw energy. It gives his wielder the ability to create and destroy life in a canvas, and it is what all life in the canvas is made up of. While Painted Renoir is the worst kind of op, he is also partly responsible for staving off the effects of the Grammage. The real Renoir is death personified in the canvas, and he is actually the cause of the Grammage itself. The real Renoir uses the Grammage to destroy life and intends to use that chroma to destroy the canvas and save his family. Aline, the paintress, uses her slowly dwindling power to stave off the effects of the Grammage's death and destruction. Aline is getting weaker every year, and she is only able to save people up to a certain age. This year being people up to 33 years old, hence the number on the monolith. The paintress is not the cause of the Grammage, but the reason the Grammage doesn't take everybody. She is trying to preserve her creations, not destroy them. Even in her final moments, she chooses to heal the expedition members instead of attacking, even when she is about to perish. Painted Renoir knows this truth. Painted Verso knows this. The members of Expedition 33 don't know this truth, and they wish to destroy the paintress like so many expeditions before them to put an end to the Grammage. And you may remember me saying Verso knows the truth about the world, knows the truth about himself, and knows the truth about the paintress too. So why is he still going on expeditions then? Why didn't he tell the other expedition members the truth? Wouldn't that put Verso at odds with Renoir? Why yes it would. Verso is a far more interesting and complex character than Renoir, and explaining why he's doing the things that he's doing is a study in itself. Painted Renoir is shocked and disappointed to see that Verso is siding with the expeditioners and Mael over their family. This is first evidence when Verso saves Mael from being removed from the canvas by Renoir after Gustave's death. Renoir tries and fails over and over again to convince Verso to abandon this path he is on, to abandon this path he's putting their family on. Both Renoir and Verso know full well that if the paintress is destroyed, they will both eventually cease to exist. The difference in them is that Verso wants to cease to exist, and Renoir does not. Renoir wants, as mentioned before, to preserve the lives of his family, especially Verso, no matter the cost. Renoir grudgingly accepts that he must lose Verso to save Verso, but to Renoir this means losing him as a son and not losing his life. Renoir resigns to defeat Verso and kill the other expeditioners to not only save Verso from himself, but to also save the paintress and Painted Alicia.
You're trying to stop the wrong cycle. You're doing this for yourself. Of course. It's easier for you to think that, isn't it? Easier to betray us if I'm the villain.
So move. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
You haven't told her the truth. Have you, son?
Sorry we're late. We were busy doing a bit of reading. Were you planning on sharing that this man, the man who murdered our team, is your father?
Family is not my favorite topic. Right, can we talk about this later? I'd really like for you all to survive this. Ready to strike.
After getting his butt handed to him for the first time in years, Renoir loses his composure and lashes out, causing an even further rift between him and Verso. Renoir also lashes out at Mael, but eventually retreats with the lean after painted Alicia and Verso intervene. Now I'm sure this might come back and haunt him later. Renoir even resorts to using Alicia as a Trojan horse to get to Verso after the expeditioners succeed in taking down 2 of the Axons. He continues trying to appeal to Verso and even tries to manipulate his feelings toward his sister and his new friends. Renoir is eventually forced to confront Verso inside of the monolith after the protective chroma barrier is broken. Renoir is the only thing standing between Expedition 33 and the death of his family, and he makes a last-ditch effort to appeal to Verso again. Here's how that effort played out.
We're taking her down.
She's not the only one who grieves. The pain of losing you, she made me inherit it. Punishment, perhaps, for not being there when it mattered. I refuse to lose my son.
That son was a stranger.
But you're not. You're not.
You lost me years ago, and I lost you.
So you leave us no choice. Tell me, how are you different from her in doing this?
I'm tired.
So trust me. We are your family.
Family is complicated.
If saving you means losing you, then so be it.
Well, hello there. Now I know you didn't click on this video to watch your gaming playthrough, but I just can't bring myself to not include this fight. The cinematography, the dialogue, the stakes, and the music. Oh my gosh, man. Game of the year, we riot. See you guys in a bit.
We only need to incapacitate him.
We'll find a way to kill him.
Oh my god, look at this, listen to this music. He said the what? Oh shit. Did you just fucking vanish my Al? Are you shitting me? Oh hell nah, man. Did he just vanish Mael? Where's Mael at? Where's Mael? She's gone?
Let's carve a path. Time to bleed. Not stressed. We need each maximum damage.
Keep me all you want as long as you're alive.
The sweet taste of battle. Let's cut the path. Your sister deserves more. Did you see? Time to bleed.
Keep me all you want as long as you're alive to do it.
Do you remember what it was like before? Let's cover the path. This will hurt.
You can't escape. The ghost.
Don't turn away from us.
Okay.
Let's have some fun. Disaster expedition, eh? Not impressed.
It's your sister, your mother, me. We are your family. He would condemn us all to die. For what? Who you really save with your sacrifice?
Your sister and your mother.
You're too drunk on your own illusions to understand.
Then let us celebrate the second destruction of the Dessendre family! At long last, we meet. This is all you have left of your son. Destroying it won't bring your wife back. It will only destroy the last tie you have to each other.
Told you that would come back and haunt him later. And there goes one of the best video game antagonists in recent history. Painted Renoir is a complicated character. He's not a basic evil villain. He has relatable motivations, which makes his actions, though horrible, understandable. He, like the real Renoir, is capable of doing truly horrible acts in the name of saving their family. He, like the real Renoir, loves his wife, and he, like the real Renoir, grieves the loss of their only son and wants their family back together. This video took a really long time to edit and put together. If this video gave you any insight or even brought back your love of Clair Obscur and Expedition 33, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel for more. Thank you for watching, and I'd love to hear from you. See you guys in the next masterpiece.